Okay, welcome back. Going to do something different today. A bit of an update. I haven't seen you guys for a while, so thought I'd mention that just went to Knotfest Sydney a couple of weeks ago. That was amazing. Got to see some great bands like The Who, King Parrot and Pantera, and many more. That was an awesome day. I spent out in the sun with my wife and my cousin, and we had a fantastic day. Caught up with some old friends, and it was a great day. So it's been a while since I did a video because I've been busy going to concerts. I've been busy setting up concerts. Worked out at Red Hot Summer the other week and helped set that up and pack that up. So I've been keeping busy. And yeah, I just wanted to do something today where I go through my vinyl collection. Because last time we unboxed the Judas Priest album and then I did a bit of a review. I want to address that real quickly. I sort of said a few things in the review where I was like, you know, I use sort of terms like, oh, this song's very Iron Maiden, or this song's very Metallica. It's still Judas Priest. It's all Judas Priest. The more I listened to it, I was like, yeah, this isn't that Iron Maiden. It's Judas Priest. Like, it's its own thing. So I just want to clarify, although I sort of like came up comparing certain songs against other bands or like the likeness, there's vibes there. And I think that's why I mention it, especially songs like, what's it called? Escape from Reality. Like, that thing's basically a Black Sabbath song. That's basically an Aussie song. But Rob Halford and Judas Priest doing it in their way. So it's still a Judas Priest song. Especially that first verse. You can tell it's Rob Halford. But in the chorus, he's like, how would it be if I sung a bit like Ozzy? So that's great. So yeah, just wanted to address that from the last video. But still think it's the best album of the year. So until something else comes out and tops it, yeah, definitely not. But I will bring it up again. There it is. See, top of the collection at the moment. I've got a big stack right here, just to show yous. See? Oh, this is what we've got to get through today, so that's going to be fun. I'm not going to rave on about every single vinyl and review it all, but I want this to be a decent sized video, so we're going to go through the pile. And starting on the top of the pile, not much needs to be said about this one. We've already talked a lot about this one in the previous video, but let's have one more look at that beautiful pink vinyl. Yeah, look at that. So I think at the moment this is the most prized of the collection. So notice something? I got lots of comments about that sticker. It played on my mind even when I was at Knotfest. I'm like, oh, with the sticker at home, will it be at home, you know, working on the paint? Will it, oh no, I gotta get it off. So I got home and look, it just played on my mind. Like, I agree with you guys. You know, let's not wreck the artwork with a promo sticker. Although, I did do something, it's still, see, it's in there. I want to keep that sticker, man. It says my hot pink vinyl. But I popped it on the inside there. So I even had my friend say to me, he's like, the way you handle those records, man, I wouldn't handle them like that. But yeah, man, I grew up with CDs. So I never really learnt how to handle them properly. So yeah, like I grew up with CDs like this, you know, so they were very easy to handle, and you know, you just sort of pop it out, pop it in, and you could sort of do it with two hands very easily, just, you know. Classic album, Seasons in the Abyss. That was the first thing I grabbed for. That was at the top of my CD collection. My Slayer ones. But yeah, so CD, very easy to handle. Bang, in. Where I find these things, see, there was a time just the other day I was in front of the vinyl, in front of the turntable player, the vinyl player, and I'm trying to pull this out, but I'm trying to hold it like that, and I'm trying to do it all with two hands, basically. So, no. So what I really need to do is slide that out, sit that aside, pull that out. Don't keep that in the other hand. Put that down, and then, oh, did you see that? Oh, careful, like that. So, if anyone wants to give me tips on how to handle these better, please tell me. But I do the best I can to be gentle with them and still, get them on the turntable player as graciously as possible, rather than, there was one time about a year ago with my Slipknot one where I was trying to do things like a CD, and that's where I was going wrong. So anyway, let's move on into the collection now. So, this is my stack. Alright. So, like I said, we've all heard about that one, so no more said about that one. Now, none of this is done in any particular order. How the stack is, when I pulled it off the shelf, here's what it is. So, if anyone knows about this thing, I've got it, right? Tell me more about it. Tell me about these other releases. If anyone knows about this stuff, because I find this super old school and interesting. I acquired it from a friend down the road. They had a big box of vinyl, and they were like, hey man, you've got a vinyl player, take your pick through it and have a look, because we don't even have a player anymore. So if there's anything you like in there, and a few of them are in this pile here. So, Vicious Vinyl, Heavy Metal. There's a heavy metal edition. 33 mind-numbing, pulse-quickening, neighbor-menacing audio explosions. Whoa. They really wanted to sell that one to you. Featuring the likenesses of Judas Priest, Loudness, Quiet Riot, Mortal Sin, Beastie Boys, Motorhead, UFO, AC/DC, Wasp, Cinderella, and a whole lot more. Apparently by a company called Concept Records. So, I didn't even pay a cent for this one. I received it from a friend who was just like, take that, man. So, thank you. Thank you, guys. You know who you are. So comes with two discs, two heavy albums for the price of one. And let's open that up. Have a look. Very old school. It's got actually a lot to say. Sliding out there. So, if anyone wants to pause that one and have a read, but I'm not going to read all of that out right now. Like a lot of the people that are featured on the album, like I said, UFO, Yngwie Malmsteen, what else we got? Even the Divinals. So, what I find very peculiar about this one, it must have been an Australian release, because the first disc has a lot of international acts on it. Like you've got Wasp, Cinderella, Girl School, Quiet Riot, Judas Priest, Beastie Boys. But then, as we get into it, we start to get the Divinals. And then as we get on to disc 2, we start to get AC/DC, And we even get Mortal Sin. So I'm starting to think that this was a promotional thing, to like a compilation of a lot of international artists, but also a lot of Australian artists to make them look a bit bigger. I don't know. It's really awesome though. So very old school. Two vinyls in there. I will say I got this very second hand, so there are a couple of tracks that get a bit skippy. Like the Beastie Boys, you've got the right, what is it? Fight for Your Right to Party by the Beastie Boys. That one can get a bit skippy. It's not my fault that it got to me like that. But yeah, like, look, just crap on the record and stuff like that. Like, yeah. But I'll see if I can clean that one up with some, one of those where you hold the velvet down while the turntable turns. So I'll look into one of those. If anyone can tell me what that's called, what one of those is called, that'd be awesome. So yeah, this is an interesting one. Vicious vinyl, very old school. As soon as I seen it in the box, I was like, yeah, this one. And they're like, yeah, we thought you'd pick that one. So let's keep moving on. Very proud of this one. Another Judas Priest. And quickly on a note on that one, I did mention Judas Priest is on this one. And the track that you get by Judas Priest, that's the only track off that album, is on this, is Turbo Lover. So, let me see. There they are. Right there on the back. Oh, look at that shot of them. Isn't that an 80s shot? Wow. All right, cool. So moving on. Turbo Lover on that one. That's pretty much the only thing I use that record for, is to put Turbo Lover on. It's the last track on side 2. So you put side 2 on, put it on the last track, bang, Turbo Lover. I'll listen to it like 3 times in a row, and then I'll take that vinyl off and then put this one on. So, yeah, getting a vibe here. Judas Priest is my favorite band. All right, but I want to show the vinyl off for this guy. Look at that. All right, let's be careful with it, eh? Like I said, I need to learn how to handle these better. Check that out. Sort of got the red and the yellow in the print, in the vinyl. So I love that one. Let's even flip it. We've even got like bits of grey and blue in it in certain parts, I believe, on that side. Bit of cat hair on that. Not good. Cats. Alright, so that thin little bit there, that's the Helion. And then it'll go on to Electric Eye. So yeah. Very lovely coloured vinyl, that one. They get a lot of play, especially this one. There's that blue and that grey I was talking about. It's in there. You can't really see it in the camera. It's only when I hold it up to the light I can really see it. Anyway, it's beautiful. Yeah, see, it's like little splotches. Those splotches here, like this stuff here and here. When you hold that up to the light, it sort of goes like a metallic blue colour, like the eagle here. Okay, so anyway, Screaming for Vengeance. That was just a must buy. I was at JB Hi-Fi, and they actually had a 20% off all vinyls that day. So I was like, snap that one up. So yeah, Screaming for Vengeance. All right, now, oh yeah, and I also just want to bring up, it's actually got the artwork signing down the bottom too. So, and yeah, corners are a little bit frayed. but I still look after them best I can. All right, so this one actually came out on my birthday. It came out on the 30th of September, 2023. Or was that 2022? It might have been 2022, yeah. So it came out September 30, 2022. That's when it came out at JB Hi-Fi. 30th of September, I'll never forget, because I pre-ordered it and I was able to go pick it up on my birthday. Now, a small thing about this one. So, the actual album is called The End So Far. And I was at Knotfest. And we were watching Slipknot and Corey was talking about the new album. And I yelled out, yeah, on vinyl. And I swear he reacted to that because he goes, oh, well, if you have the vinyl, it's called The End for The End So Far, but the vinyl was called The End for Now. So if you have the vinyl, it's actually got the wrong title on it. And I was like, oh, wow. And I swear, I've got a video of that. If you ever want to see that, let me know. But I do have a video where I yell out at Knotfest Sydney in the crowd, yeah, the vinyl, about The End So Far. And Corey is like, oh, well, if you have the vinyl, it was actually called The End for Now as the vinyl, which is the wrong title, when the album was actually called The End So Far. So there, what I did realise was there was a sticker on the plastic, and what it was doing was it was rectifying the album title. It actually said The End So Far on it. I seen this because I went to JB Hi-Fi and I seen another copy of this sitting there with that same sticker that mine had on it. It said The End So Far, but I believe I chucked that sticker out. I just chucked it out with the yeah, it's not in there. Not like the other one. So I think I said in my other video that I did put a sticker on a Slipknot one, but I didn't, so I lied. No, I forgot. But yeah. So anyway, this one is also a limited edition. Once again, like I said, I thought I kept the sticker. I kept the sticker with the Slipknot one, and no, I didn't. So let's check this one out. Now, I do have a plastic sleeve on this one. It came with another vinyl, and at the time, this is my most precious thing, so the plastic sleeve went on that. Maybe it should go on Invincible Shield. Tell me if you think it should. I actually want to buy a whole heap more of these and put them on every single one, so that'll probably be happening soon anyway. So, I'll take that plastic off. Sit it on the side. It is a good cover, though. It is a very sturdy cover. It's a little bit frayed on the edges. It's been around for about 10 years now. It actually originally came with my Royal Blood vinyl, which I'll show you later. Alright, so let's get one of these out. And I'll show you the limited edition clear blue vinyl. Yeah. So, that was a JB Hi-Fi pre-order exclusive as well. And yeah, it's also a bit translucent, so see if you can see me through that. But yeah, it's quite translucent, that one. You can see my finger through it there, yeah, moving, yep. So that one is the limited edition clear blue. So when you put the vinyl on the turntable, you got to turn that other switch, and that's the switch that used to be for like the smaller singles. I forget what it's called, so anyone who knows what all of that's called, let me know, please. I grew up with CD players. I'm new to vinyl players, but I love it. So that switch on the side that basically turns it to a chipmunk voice and plays it a lot faster. You used to use that for the smaller singles, the little 8 inches, I believe. So you have to do that with this big one, because I believe possibly that the tracks are high-res lossless. If I'm Correct me if I'm wrong. But that's why I've got to switch that on. So if I just have it on my normal function that I play this vinyl with, it'll sound way too slow when I put this one on when it's been on that function. It sounds like it's like in slow motion or something. And then I've got to switch it and then it goes up in speed. That's right, sorry. So it doesn't sound like a chipmunk when I put this one on. But if I've got this one on and then I switch it to that one sounding like a chipmunk and then I put this one on, then this one sounds fine. But when you put this one on without that switch turned on, it's like the song's in slow motion. It sounds weird. It's really, the pitch drops and everything. So this one, yeah, you got to switch that on so it goes on the faster speed for this to play at normal sound. If you've got this on the standard speed, it sounds like everything's in slow motion. So let me know what that is. But what I've got to do is I've got to put that switch on the side of the turntable, and I've got to make the speed go quicker for this record to play at its proper sound. So is that high res lossless, or what is that? What's that? Why there's 3 tracks per disc. And there's some very big grooves for each of those 3 tracks. They're very big. So either way, let me know about that one. This is The End So Far, but as the vinyl, it's called The End For Now. So always have that early printing that has the wrong title. Maybe in decades time you won't see that on them anymore. It'll say The End So Far. So in further printings, rectifications. All right, let's move on to something really super cool. Another limited edition vinyl. Didn't know it was until I got it home. But can you see what that is? Yes, that's him. That's the man himself. So anyone seeing this picture that knows what it is straight away, it's Chester Bennington. And this is his other band called Grey Days. And the album was called The Phoenix. So, Chester Bennington's first band before Linkin Park even. But later came back to it and recorded some amazing stuff. And then tragedy. But I've got this vinyl, and I hadn't even heard a single song or a note off it. I picked it up at the store and I knew who that was. There is a sticker there. I think I put that one on the back. The Lost Music of Chester Bennington. And as soon as Chester Bennington's original vocals remastered with re-recorded audio. See, I missed that the day I bought it clear vinyl. So it did say it, but I didn't realise. So I got it home, and once again, this is like this one. I've got to turn that speed up to get the record to play at normal sound. If I don't, then it plays very slowly. So let me know what that is. But this one is fantastic. Look at how clear that is. Crystal clear vinyl. Crystal clear. Hello, can you see me? I can see you. So yeah, some great music on this one. I got it home, I hadn't heard a note of it. And the moment I listened to it, I was just hooked. And so this one is a really good one to put on when I'm sort of not sure if I want anything too heavy on, but I just want to rock out. This is a great one. It's fantastic. Grey Days, The Phoenix. So that's that one. never mind that. That's just the Australian cockatoos letting us know that they're here because I've got my back door open. Welcome to Australia. All right, so this next one, I think this was the first ever vinyl that I got with my vinyl player. My wife bought me the vinyl player, the turntable for a Christmas present, and she also ordered this for me, and she gifted me this with it, so I had something to put on straight away on day one. So one of the first vinyls I ever received. So this one is just a standard, I believe. Yeah. But, you know, fantastic album. I love Lamb of God. I love how he sings and how he enunciates, Randy Blythe. And this album's got some bangers. Like, this is the album with Walk With Me in Hell, Redneck, what else have we got? Descending is a great one. Requiem. So, yeah. The Sacrament, Lamb of God. So, yep, that one's a good one. All right, so this next one is something I'm very proud of. You all know what that is. All metalheads. The Who. The Grieg. Fantastic album. It was a decision I made. I was at JB Hi-Fi, and I said to myself, I want a vinyl, but I want something heaps different. Like, heaps left of field. And I seen this one, and I was just like, yes. So let's open that up. Actually, I'll show you the back first. So, yeah, check that out. And this is the deluxe edition too. So I've got the 2 discs, and on the second disc, it's got like all of the feature artist versions of the song, like the Jacoby Shaddix version of Wolf Totem, and I believe even Lizzie Hale from Hailstorm is on there. So yeah, so the deluxe version, so it's got all the feature artists on the second disc, and some instrumental versions of the songs, I believe. So yeah, anyone who's got the deluxe version, it's just the vinyl of the deluxe version. So opening it up, as if you don't want a copy of that in your collection. Yeah. I think they're so unique. Seen them at Knotfest. They were amazing. They were the most packed out stage of the day. They were the most unique performance of the day, and they literally had the entire festival just glued to them. I think the same went for Pantera, but The Who. I remember hearing all day from everyone that The Who. Oh, who do you want to see the most? The Who. The Who. Everyone. I'm going to get to see The Who. So, The Who. The Grieg. I need to get the next one, the new album. Something Thunder? Correct me. I forget the title for that one. Rumbling Thunder or something. Anyway, it's fantastic. It's got the big lion on the front, I believe. But yeah, this one also a limited edition disc. So let's check that out. Cream coloured vinyl. I bet heaps of you are hating how I'm handling these. I'm sorry. Look, they're still listenable. I put them on my vinyl player every night. But I'm a CD guy. Look, let's sit that down nicely. Let's get the case nicely. Let's try and do this properly. But please, if you've got tips on vinyl handling, let me know. So yeah, both of those discs are that colour. This one has some strange little, so these marks, see that? You'd think that that's paint or texture or something on my vinyl. No, these marks here are, they're in the design. They're in the paint. Yes, that was some cat hair you've seen just before. I hate seeing it on there. Let's just say I've got 2 cats and they like to try to sit on top of the turntable lid. I've put ornaments on top of there now to stop the cats sitting up there, but yes, cat hair is up there. I've got to dust it. I've got to blow all that hair away before I put vinyls on. But sometimes a bit still gets on there. But anyway, so let's check this out. Look at these little marks. So these marks here, they're in the actual the vinyl, not plastic. They're in the vinyl. They're in the vinyl. That is just in the color of the paintwork, or the, not paintwork, but whatever they've put in here into the vinyl to make it this color. These marks are actually uniquely in it. So yeah. Anyway, cool. So that is the Who, the Grieg. All right, now stepping away from metal for a minute. I do have a lot in here that's not metal. That is just fun rock and roll, bluesy stuff. Like I've got Suzi Quatro in here. I'll show you this after. But this is a classic. I actually love all of these songs. So as much of a metalhead as I am, Dire Straits, Brothers in Arms. What an album. What an album. Once again, the same friends who gave me the Vicious vinyl, the heavy metal one that you've just seen before, the compilation. Yeah, they said, take your pick. And you know what? It stood out. Like, come on, man. Who's not going to like songs like Money for Nothing and The Walk of Life? Like The Walk of Life. What a song. You know, like, what a song. And then also like So Far Away From Me. So far away from me. You know, they're great songs. So nothing too special about this one. This actually came in that plastic. Like I said, it was secondhand. So some of these were water damaged and all sorts of stuff. See, all water damaged down there. They had them in this old box, and their box had been water damaged. But I put this beast on, and it still plays great. So, yeah. What an album. What an album. I love this album. I actually put this one on sometimes before bed, or when I'm making the kids' lunches of an evening, and I just want something laid back, not too heavy, just some music while I potter around and, you know, get lunches for work and for the kids' school ready. And yeah, so Brother in Arms, Dire Straits, great album. What else? What other good songs? Ride Across the River, One World's a good one. But yeah, my 3 favourites are So Far Away, Money for Nothing, and Walk of Life. So yeah, what a great album. All right, now this one. Like I said, we're going in no particular order today. I'm just going through the pile, how they were. So this one is very special. I wonder the comments I'm going to get for this one, because it's not the album. It's what's in it. But let's just have a look first. So yeah, metalheads, Megadeth. Let's get this plastic off. That came with it too. So, you know, wherever they got the album from, apparently, Soundworld probably like back in the 90s, like Sound World Records, Garden City, Newcastle. Like, what? I know where Garden City, Newcastle is, but Sound World, like, even in the 2000s when I was a kid, they didn't write Sound World like that. It had a different logo with a CD under it, but wow, that's the old 80s logo. So they got this from Sound World. But I think that they took this to a band signing down in Utopia, Sydney, or something like that. I'll explain in a minute. So, Megadeth, Rust in Peace. What a fantastic album. Holy Wars, Punishment Due, Hangar 18. What else we got? Five Magics is good. Tornado of Souls, like Tornado of Souls, guys, like yes. And Rust in Peace, Polaris. So yeah, and the artwork, like iconic artwork. There's old Vic Rattlehead there. But yeah, this is where this gets interesting. So check this out. So I get given this record by a friend about a decade ago. He had a few of them there, and some CDs and stuff. And he's like, "Look, man, this guy came around, and he swapped me for these records. But there's a few metal ones in there if you want to take your pick." And I was like, "Oh, okay, thank you." So I think I actually scored this before I even got this. This was sitting there, but it was sitting there for like 8 years, and I didn't know about this. What is inside? Because when I got it, I didn't have a turntable, so it just sat in the top of my cupboard in its plastic until I got around to getting a turntable. But yeah, I would probably honestly say this is my first vinyl I got, actually. So thank you to my friend who gave this to me. You know who you are. But check this out. Okay, so I believe this is real. I truly do. This looks like permanent marker. It doesn't look like it's printed onto the cardboard, onto the design. Yeah. Yep. Fully signed. No joke. So I pulled it out of its box and I just went, what? No way. So look at these little details here. Look at this. Only a permanent marker does things like this. See that? You can't print that into the design. And if you do, wow. Like, what an intricate thing. So this is signed by those four guys in Megadeth. A few of which, or one of which is not alive anymore. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe Nick Menza is not with us anymore. And Nick Menza, right there, his autograph. Marty Friedman's autograph. Dave Ellefson, Dave Mustaine, like, so yeah, this is all on there. Look at this. Do you think that is real marker? Because I got this like this. See, there's even damage there. There's creases. But please, someone pause that and authenticate that for me. Because I pulled that out of its sleeve and my jaw dropped. Straight away, I could tell that is real marker. And that at some point, someone has bought this from Sound World, Newcastle, Garden City. And then they've taken this down to the concert or the signing before the concert, and they went, "Can you guys sign this for me?" And then this has ended up back inside here for 10 or 20 years. And obviously, the guy who swapped it, he mustn't have cared anymore. He might have forgot. Maybe it was passed down to him and he didn't even realize that was inside. So please, guys, let me know about that. But yes, I do have this. I've got a couple of signed things here. CDs. I got CDs signed by Strapping Young Lad. I got CDs signed by Motionless in White, Cathedral. If you would like to see a whole separate YouTube video on all of my signed stuff, then let me know. Once again, like this, like the Cathedral one. I had a friend who had a big box of CDs, and he said, I used to work at Triple J, and I ended up with all the cases. They keep the CDs. You can go through and see if there's any with the CD still in. Well, found a Strapping Young Lad one in there, signed by the band on the disc. It's a real marker. And then found a Cathedral one in there. The Motionless in White one, I was able to get the band to sign that for me. Soundwave 2012, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. It would have been 2012 or 2011, maybe 2013. The one that Motionless in White played. And I just bought their album, and I literally nearly jumped the barrier when the band was coming off stage and sign my album, and I got them to sign that. So that's a whole separate YouTube video, but let me know if you just want to see that. We'll talk all about that. I'm starting to go on a tangent now. Let's stick to the vinyls, but let's see that again one more time. I'm sure you are going to want to see the disc. It's very thin. A lot of my newer ones are very thick vinyls, but this is an old 90s vinyl. Yeah, you can see the fingerprints. Sorry, guys. I need to look after them better. Care tips help me with those. So, yeah. Signed, Rust in Peace. So, yeah. Just pulled it out after 10 years of having it, or about 8 years of having it. Finally got a vinyl. Oh, I'll have to put my Megadeth vinyl on. What the hell? No way. How? How is this possible? But this came to me because I am Simo, the Metal Master, and I deserve to have it. It deserves to live with me. It has a good home. And I actually listened to that one quite a lot. Coming up to Knotfest last year, Megadeth on the bill, I just pumped this thing religiously. There are some tracks near the end, like Tornado of Souls, gets a little bit skippy, but like I said, that vinyl came to me secondhand, so I didn't scratch it. All right, this one. Let's talk about this one. A very interesting album, a dark album. I got it really cheap. The reason I got it was I seen it in the bargain bin at JB Hi-Fi, and it said $34 for a vinyl. You do not see brand new vinyls of brand new albums for $34 very often. So I had heard it on Apple Music about like the year before, had a little listen to it. There's certain songs that I really liked, like Cycle featuring Ghostmane and the song Thorn. I love the song Thorn. So I knew of it, and then when I seen this for $34, I was like, I actually had to ring the wife and ask for permission. I'm like, this vinyl is $34. Can I buy it? And she's like, do what you want. I shouldn't even worry, but you know, that's just me being a good husband. I was basically checking, do I have the money to waste? And she's like, yeah, you sort of do. You're fine. So this one is another limited edition one. I think I threw the sticker out for this one. So all this talk about stickers, and half of them got thrown out anyway, guys. But this one, I love this album, but I don't put it on all the time because it's very dark and it's very emo. It's very depressing. I call it my sad album. I put this on when I'm feeling down, but in a way where I listen to this and this reminds me that there's other people in the world going what I'm going through. So it's sort of comforting, but I only put it on, like, my wife knows that if this is on, I'm not in the best headspace. But it's okay, because it's a good thing and it's therapeutic. So anyway, moving on with the album. Let's open it up, because it is beautiful. It's sort of got this, like, VCR, CCTV sort of look. Like it's all blurred, because the album is called Voyeurist. And I remember reading about the album from the artist on Apple Music, and they actually said that this album is a lot about social media and us living through other people vicariously, and voyeurist. So, you know, watching through the other lens. As you open it up, it's also got that same sort of VCR tracking effect and some sort of like very strange, off-putting sort of, it's almost skeletal, isn't it? But it's also very rainbow and yeah, Underoath, man. They're great. See, and then there's the eye, and then the under, the U for Underoath line through it. So, or is it the, yeah. Anyway, so, sort of mumbling to myself there, sorry. They got some very interesting, it's a very interesting sort of sleeve too. It's, see, what I like is, I tend to line it up. If you turn this bit, the slightest bit, that's out of whack. But if you line it up perfectly, it continues the picture. I'll even a bit more. So that keeps going. Oh, and by the way, this is a baby blue vinyl. So yeah, I got a lot of different coloured vinyls. And then I like that. It just looks cool. But yeah, let's check this vinyl out. Let's put it down nicely. Slide it out nicely. And yes. Underoath, Voyeurist. It's a fantastic album. It's awesome. I love to listen to it when I'm down. But it makes me feel better. Just know if I'm pumping Voyeurist, then I'm down. But in a good way. It's sort of helping me. It's therapeutic. It's letting me know that other people are feeling the same way I am. So yeah, Underoath, Voyeurist. What a great album. Okay, so I'm going to start moving through the pile a little bit quicker now. I'm starting to rant a little bit, but let's keep going. So, Papa Roach. This one's a great one. It's their Greatest Hits Volume 2. I do have the Greatest Hits Volume 1 on CD. But Greatest Hits Volume 2 is awesome because it's basically all the music from 2010 through to 2020. 10 years of Papa Roach. And it's a different era of Papa Roach. If you listen to the Greatest Hits Volume 1, that's all the stuff from the time I was in high school through to about 2010. And that's where that one stops. So this one's great. I seen it at JB and my son loves Papa Roach. Absolutely loves them. They're his favourite band. So I knew if I got this one, it gives us both something to listen to. So once again, bit of plastic on this one, just like there was with Voyeurist by Underoath. So that sort of, some of them come with the plastic from the shop. Even Papa Roach, these up here, they're actually part of the design. They're printed onto the actual, they're not stickers. It's just meant to look like that, see? They're not real stickers, they're just part of the design. Even this, There's like record wear in the... So that is actually part of the design. See this crack here and stuff? That's not on there. That's just print. And all this is print. It's meant to make it look like it's sort of worn out, like but it's not. It's brand new. A lot of these do come with download codes, like the Judas Priest, Screaming for Vengeance, the Lamb of God, Sacrament. Like, a lot of these have a download code in them, but yeah, there's no need for me to show you that, really. Like, yes, I can download these. I have downloaded a lot of these, so I've still got them. God forbid anything ever happens. So, yeah. And once again, this one is a crystal clear vinyl. Let's have a look. Yeah, I love seeing those. They're awesome. So we'll just get one out so we can sort of move this video along a little bit more. All right, so crystal clear. Hello. Lovely. 2 discs for that one. So one disc will be... pretty much up to about 2015, and then the next disc after that goes up to 2020. So you sort of got like that 2010 through to 2015 sort of stuff, and then from there 2015 to 220. So great stuff. Greatest hits, Papa Roach. Like, you got songs like Born for Greatness, Help, Elevate, Come Around, some of my son's favourite songs. But then you've also, on side C, you've got some of the older stuff like Periscope with Skylar Grey, and Still Swinging, the ending, Burn, Kick in the Teeth. So actually, the first side starts off with the more recent stuff, and then you work your way into some of the earlier stuff. But it's great. Fantastic band, fantastic album, great compilation. Both discs are crystal clear, but let's keep moving. So this one is a Christmas present that I got for my wife. One of her favourite albums of all time. Was never really my type of music, but lately, since she's been listening to it, there's like about 3 or 4 songs that have really grown on me. So this one's interesting. Innocent Eyes, Delta Goodrem. 20th anniversary. So this is actually the 20th anniversary, and it's limited edition of 2,000 individually numbered copies on crystal clear vinyl. And so on the back here, it'll say our number, MOV, and 727. So out of the 2,000 individually numbered copies, we are number 727. Now, I've seen another very interesting guy do a YouTube video on these limited editions, and he had a Metallica, and he showed that, all right, limited edition, and it was like number 855, and then he grabbed another vinyl up, and he just went, but this one's also number 855. And then he looked another one up online, and he's like, but that one's also number 855. So are these things really limited? So if anyone else has got the 20th anniversary Delta Goodrem, Innocent Eyes, and they've got a different number there than 727, let me know. So I'm going to be super quick with this one, because it is exactly the same as the vinyl you just seen. It is crystal clear vinyl. But I'm sure you're going to want to see it. And I'm a little bit OCD of making sure that I show everything that I said I was going to show. So, crystal clear. Oh, that's got a smell to it. It smells beautiful, actually. It's that vinyl smell, that new vinyl smell. And it's a fantastic album, you know, for what it is. It's no metal album, but it doesn't have to be, does it? It's my wife's favourite album, and I tracked it down for her for Christmas. It was actually quite a mission, finding the 20th anniversary edition. I nearly not ended up with it. But, yeah, got that for her for Christmas. And I actually like the songs Born to Try, and where is it? Predictable. That's the song I really like. That's sort of like a rock and roll song. It's got a bit of guitar and stuff in it. So, yeah. So there's that one. All right, keeping it moving along. We're halfway through the pile, so why not do the whole pile? All right. This one is Ed Sheeran. This is his Equals album. So once again, for my wife for her birthday. That one was for Christmas, the Delta Goodrem one, and then the year before for her birthday. I knew the song Bad Habits was her favourite song at the time. So I took it upon myself to one of the best gifts that you can get someone is music. So to me, like, I have memories attached to certain CDs that certain people bought me for my birthday, and I always remember that person when I listen to that CD. So that was sort of the idea with those, is I was always sort of a little bit rough about what to get me wife for her birthday or Christmas. Oh, should I get her a pair of slippers or a foot spa? Or it was all just useless crap. But when I started thinking, how about I pick her out a nice vinyl for her birthday or for Christmas? And that can be, it's me paying attention too, because it's me knowing what is her favourite song at the time, or what is her most favourite album of all time. Like with the Delta Goodrem one, she said to me, they've released this 20th anniversary edition of Delta Goodrem. I'd really love a copy of that if I could ever find it. And I just stored that one mentally, and come Christmas time, I was like, I know what I'm getting her. And I tracked it down and I got it. And she didn't expect it. So this one's a great listen. My favourite songs would be Bad Habits, Shivers is good. It can get a bit airy at times. It's him and his acoustic guitar. I like the more pop-driven songs with a bit more production on them. But it's a nice album. It's great to put on in the afternoon when you're sort of like, I want to put on some tunes, but I don't want anything to blow the household away. All right, so this one, Royal Blood. Told you I'd get to this one. So this one is actually a single. It's only 4 songs. Out of the Black, Little Monster, Come On Over, and Whole. But it's on a full-size vinyl. And I think this one I've also got to turn the switch on so it doesn't sound slow. Like the Slipknot one and the Grey Days one. So yeah. So this is Royal Blood, and it's basically their single for Out of the Black and Come On Over. It's sort of like a mini EP. I spotted it at JB Hi-Fi nearly a decade ago when Nicole had first got me the vinyl player, the turntable, and yeah, I seen this at JB, and it was really cheap. I remember it being only like $28 or something. And I was like, oh, it's only $28. It's only $28. And she's like, yeah, get it. And so, yeah, I love it. I love those 4 songs. Out of the Black, Little Monster, Come On Over, and Whole. They just kick ass. I actually prefer this era of Royal Blood. Their newer stuff is a bit more disco-y, a bit more funky. I don't mind it either. I've heard some of the songs on like Forza Horizon and stuff like that, but the Out of the Black era, that's when Royal Blood hit hard. Dun da 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 dun da dun dun da 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 dun. So yeah, good one. Okay, we're nearly there. We're getting through them. I've still got a bit to go. We're getting into some old school. I get to show you all the old stuff now. Nothing else here is really new now. This is all stuff either handed down to me from my dad or, like I said, I got to pick out of that water damaged box. And this is one of them. This one's interesting because it's Creedence Clearwater Revival played by The New Experience. So these, anyone who's collected old vinyls would know about these. Tell me more about them if you know. I hope YouTube doesn't censor me for the pretty lady, but there's no real nudity going on. I think it's a 70s thing. This is how they used to sell these things. Put a pretty lady with a car on the front. Like, even if you have a look at the back, it sort of sells you a whole heap of others where it's like impersonation stuff. No actual nudity there, please, YouTube. There is no nudity. Everything's covered, right? It's just, I'm just talking about an album. But this is how they used to market these things. So this thing is Creedence Clearwater Revival, played by The New Experience. It's got all the good songs. Proud Mary, Green River, Hey Tonight, Traveling Band, Down on the Corner. You got Up Around the Bend, Born on a Bayou, all the great Creedence Clearwater songs. When I put this thing on, it sounds pretty much like Creedence Clearwater. I can't really tell the difference that much, but I'm not a Creedence Clearwater fan down to a T, so I wouldn't be able to tell you. But yeah, please don't censor me for that one, YouTube. That's just how they used to market these things. Creedence Clearwater Revival, sound played by The New Experience. So, great to listen to though, when you put it on. Someone's name who I do not know up the top. Apparently someone named Lamas used to own it. So, secondhand, but still a good listen in the afternoon. Bit of Creedence Clearwater Revival. My son actually likes it. When I put it on, he digs that bluesy sound. Alright, so hopefully YouTube doesn't strike me for that one. I don't see anything wrong with it. It's just one of those old pretty lady with a car on the front cover. That's how we'll sell our records in the 70s. That's how we'll sell them. So, like, even on the back there, we've got, like, the Neil Diamond sound, the Elvis Presley sound, like, a tribute to Gilbert O'Sullivan, tribute to the Rolling Stones, tribute to the Beatles, the James Taylor sound, so the hits of Simon and Garfunkel, the Tom Jones sound. So it was basically imitators would walk into the studio and do covers of very, like the Carole King sound. Like, yeah, so the Creedence Clearwater sound. So, yeah, that's how they used to market those things. I'm sure anyone old school has seen me pull that one up on the screen and have a laugh. So let me know more about them if anyone knows about those sound or tribute albums. Okay, so a classic. Meatloaf, Bat Out of Hell, eh? Bat Out of Hell. So, songs by Jim Steinman. Just a classic. As you can see, it's another one of those very old, damaged, like, this thing's probably been going since the 70s. No joke. Like I said, I picked it out of a friend's vinyl box where they said, have at it, mate. We're not listening to them. So, yeah. Most of the songs do not skip on this. Everything plays pretty good, actually. So, yeah. Bat out of hell, I'll be gone when the morning comes. Alright, so we're getting near the end now. This is another one from a good friend of mine who said, there you go, man, you just need to have this. This needs to be yours. I was like, okay. They're called Malice, and the album is called In the Beginning. Check these guys out. Tell me, anyone, if you know more about Malice. Malice. And the album In the Beginning, I actually like it. It rocks hard. It's sort of like a really fine line between hair metal and thrash metal, as you can see. See, they got the big hair and stuff, but they're also sort of like borderlining on the Wasp, Judas Priest sort of look. The music is heavy. It's really heavy. It's really thrashy. It's even got a bit of a power metal vibe. But yeah, Malice In the Beginning. Great album. Fun. So if anyone knows more about that one, I wish I could play the music here in the background on each record on YouTube, but I'm pretty sure I'd get copyright struck for it. So, yeah, if you are interested in what that sounds like, look it up. I'm sure you'd be able to find it somewhere to download or to stream. So, paid for, of course. But, yeah, Malice In the Beginning. Let's see it one more time. Yeah. Cool. All right, this one, a classic. Pink Floyd, The Wall. So, what could I say about this one other than very old copy, coffee stained, still got the old price tag up in the corner. Yeah, I think it's even got someone's name on it, like, yeah. But, still works fine. All the tracks work great. Probably could do with a clean, but yeah. It still works great. It's a good listen. Plays all the way through perfectly. You can tell it was well cared for to a degree. For the times, anyway, for the fact that, you know, they were probably pretty disposable back then. But yeah, Pink Floyd, The Wall. My favourite song. Teacher, leave those kids alone. Another Brick in the Wall. All parts. And then Goodbye Blue Sky. That's a great song. Outside the Wall. So yeah, Pink Floyd, The Wall. Here's another old school one. I'm not going to say too much about this one, other than the fact of it's the band who did House of the Rising Sun, which I love that song. So I listened to House of the Rising Sun. I might listen to Boom Boom Boom, and then I turn this thing off. It's like, it's old school, man. I don't mind it. I love the song The House of the Rising Sun, but I don't know, it's just, yeah, I was never real deep into 50s, 60s rock, so I don't mind it, but I'm a metalhead, man. Like, come on. But no, I like House of the Rising Sun. I'll chuck Boom 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 on. I'll let it play all the way through sometimes. It's good enough. It's a good afternoon record. It's good sort of when the sun's going down, so yeah. The Animals, yeah, 18 timeless hits are the original recordings. Animal. By the Animals. The Animals. No, that's good. Good on them. I like that stuff. It's good. All right, this one. It's just beautiful. But it is trashed. It's so old. It's part of the... Like I said, now we're getting into all the old water damage ones and stuff. Like I said, a friend of mine just said, here's a box, take a pick. And I was like, hell yeah. So, Thin Lizzy, Johnny the Fox. It's a great album, actually. I really do enjoy it. And, the song... Johnny, the song Johnny. I love that song, actually, when I put it on. And then there's another song on here called Don't Believe the World and Borderline. They're great too. I will say, though, my copy of this, years are gonna hate this. But look, like I said, some of these, they came to me the way they are, you know, like, I can't change this. But, let's see. Oh, yuck. It's got a smell to it, alright? It smells musty. It smells like op shop. That's what it smells like. It smells like Nana's house. Alright, so check this thing out. Look how warped and... this is a bendy one. So when I do play this, it's sort of... It has like a bit of a funny sound to it. It whirs. It phases. It goes up and down in pitch due to the record being warped. But you know what? I still listen to the song Johnny. I don't care. But yeah, see that. Water damaged vinyl, guys. But hey, you win some, you lose some. It came to me the way it did. But you know what? It's still in the collection. I could still listen to the song Johnny. And I play it through, but it doesn't sound great by the time you get to the end of it. Let's just say that. But fantastic album, and I have actually a couple of times went on to streaming services just because I wanted to listen to one or two of the songs while I was having a shower. So, yeah, great album. Johnny and the Fox. Oh, what is it? Johnny the Fox. Sorry, Johnny the Fox. All right, we're getting right near the end of the pile now. If any of you metalheads are like, all right, has he got one more metal one there? No. That was all the metal earlier. But you've got a signed copy of Rust in Peace. So chill out, metalheads. All right. This one. Probably one of the first ever boy bands of all time. Like up there with New Kids on the Block. The Push Bros. I got this thing for 89 cents. I seen it in an op shop. And it had a little tag up here and it said 89 cents. I turned to my wife and I said, I must have this. My dad had it on tape when I was a kid and I know these songs. So the Push Brothers, they had that song and it sort of goes, I'm going to sing this, all right? I'm going to embarrass myself, all right? It goes, when will I be famous? And then it goes, be famous. So it's very 80s, very sort of jive jam sort of. It's even got like, it's actually very 90s even, like 1990. It's got that same sort of feel as like Vanilla Ice or New Kids on the Block. So the Push Bros. Songs like When Will I Be Famous, Drop the Boy, 10 out of 10, Liar, Love to Hate You, I Owe You Nothing. So, yeah, it cost me 89 cents. My dad had it on cassette tape when I was a kid, and it used to play in the car. So I knew the songs, the Push Bros. Or is it called The Bros? Is it just called The Bros, and the album is Push? Or, hold on, I see on here it says Push for Bros. Is that what it's called? Push for Bros. Debut album features When Will I Be Famous and Drop the Boy. So, Push. Like the album's called Push and the group was called Bros? The Bros? Just Bros? I don't know. Anyone who knows all about this, let me know in the comments. But yeah, Push for Bros is what it says on the sticker. But I'll always remember the song When Will I Be Famous? When will I be famous? Ding, 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 ding. Yeah, cool. All right, that's my singing abilities there. All right, and this one was a bit of a gift from my dad. Let's cover all three of them in one go. So, my dad, he had some old vinyls sitting in his cupboard, and he could see that I was using the turntable, and he's like, "Man, I got a few at home. If you will use them, I'll give them to you." I was like, "I'll give them a go." He's like, "Yeah, I've got a few old Bruce Springsteen ones there for you." Okay, I don't mind old Bruce. So I've got 3 Bruce Springsteen albums here. I've got Bruce Springsteen's Born to Run, Thunder Road, 10th Avenue, Freeze Out, Night, Backstreets, Born to Run, Sheets One, Meeting Across the River, and Jungle Land. So, anyone know more about that one? Let me know. I'm going to be honest, I don't think I've listened to this one that much. I've listened to The River, and I've listened to Born in the USA, but you know what? Let's put this one on tonight, eh? Like, I don't think I've actually ever ever put this one on the turntable. So that's one of my dad's. So I'm taking care of that for him. And these ones are in pretty good condition considering that they sat in a cupboard for nearly 30 years. But yeah. So that's that one, Born to Run by Bruce Springsteen. And then we've got The River. Now, I actually seen a thing about this one, that this is like one of the early first ever digitally recorded albums. So as in like using a DAW. Tell me more about that if anyone knows more about that. But I was watching this audio file here on YouTube, and he actually was talking about this album being one of the very first digital albums. Not the first, but one of the first. If anyone's got more info on this one, it's not a fold out, but we've got the picture on the back. Let's have a look at some of the tracks. The Ties That Bind, Sherry Darling, Jackson Cage, Two Hearts, Independence Day, Hungry Heart, Out of the Streets, Crush on You, You Can Look But You Better Not Touch, I Want to Marry You, The River, Point Blank, Cadillac Ranch, I'm a Rocker, Fade Away, Stolen Car, Ramrod, The Price You Pay, Drive All Night, Wreck on the Highway. And look, I had a good listen to it because I heard this guy talking about it being one of the first digital albums. I'm sure some of it would have been recorded on analog, but stuff would have, or maybe it was done in Pro Tools or something. But I put it on, and I was very unimpressed. It's nothing like this rocking masterpiece. That thing kicks ass. We'll talk more about that in a minute. But this, I got bored. I just got bored. I tried to listen to the whole album. Like, I mean, all 4 sides. And not once was I like, oh, I like this one. It was, I don't know. And Bruce Springsteen, gonna talk saying about some stuff. Philadelphia. Oh, I don't know. But then when you put this one on, it kicks your ass. So, you know, 2 totally different albums though. You know, this might have been his softer side. Alright, so let's get on to this one. We've got 3 more vinyls to go. So, Born in the USA. Water. Born in the USA. Born in the USA. What a song. And then you got what is it? Dancing in the Dark. There it is. Dancing in the Dark. Can't start a fire without a spark. This gun's for hire. So this album, I can put this on and turn it up and get a good feeling off it and just rock out to it and enjoy it. So, yeah, out of the 3 Bruce Springsteens I have, I'd say I listen to this one the most. It's a go-to. Like, I grab that straight out, put that on. The kids love the song Born in the USA, even though I'm born in the AUS. Still. And Dancing in the Dark. Like, what a song. There are some other good songs on here too. I'm on Fire. Bobby Jean. Like, there's some good songs. So, it kicks the River's ass. But tonight, we'll check out Born to Run. And I'll get back to you on what I think of that one. Because, honestly, I haven't even checked it out. So, Born to Run tonight. That's what I'm listening while I pack lunch for the kids and while I get ready for bed. But this one, kick ass, Born in the USA. All right, so we're getting right near the end of the pile now. Hear me just flopping them down. Here's are probably like, what are you doing, man? It's my pile. I'll do what I want with it. All right, so Quattro. As you can see, yeah, taped. Look, let's just say that this thing was so old and water damaged. This is from the water damaged box. This down here and this up here was just, the whole thing just came apart. It just come apart. There was no way to even put a record in it. So I did that with some gaff and that. Like, I don't think I'm losing any value on the fact that this already looked like this when it got to me, you know. So one thing I can say though, unlike the Johnny the Fox album, this is not warped. You can put this in and it plays great. Filthy, but it plays great. If you guys can give me a heads up on what that little cylinder piece is that has the velvet or the felt on it, and you hold that on. I seen my dad doing it when I was a kid. That's how we used to clean the records, clean the vinyls. Had this little thing, and he put that in, and get the turntable going, and just sit the needle to the side and hold that on, and that will clean cat hair and fingerprints and all sorts of stuff off. So if anyone can let me know what one of those is called, I will order one and I will start using one quick smart. Yeah. So Quattro, my son loves this album, and it's got all the good songs. The Wild One, Devilgate Drive, Keep It Knockin'. So yeah, look at Susie Q back then. Jeez, look at that band. Look at those cool dudes, man. You know what? This rocks hard. I turn this on, and you can turn it up, and like, look at this woman in her leathers. She will kick your ass. So, yeah, it's great. I actually love this. There's not one bit of this that I don't like. It's so bluesy, but it's so heavy rock. It kicks ass, and she just screams on the top of the lungs. So that is awesome. That's one of my favorites. It's one of my son's favorites. And, yeah, thanks to you know who you are, who made sure I have all these. So thanks, guys. And this last one, very generic purchase. They have a shopping centre here in Australia. Many of you guys might have it called Aldi. A-L-D-I. Aldi. Aldi is a place where you can go and buy your groceries but walk out with a record player. Aldi is a place where you can buy your groceries but you can walk out with a case of beer and a chainsaw. So, or a leaf blower. No joke. There's been times I've done my groceries, bought a case of beer, a vinyl, and a leaf blower. You know, like, so, this is called 80s Forever. It's just a little generic, Forever 80s, 180 gram vinyl pressing, including songs like, I think We're Alone Now. Oh, that song. Tiffany, I think we're alone now. That reminds me of Ted, the movie Ted, the creepy guy. He dances to that song. I think we're alone now. So it's just got some 80s hits on it. Very generic. I think it's like one of those, like, I think like this thing was like $18, you know. $18 and you got yourself some 80s hits. So we got I Think You're Alone Now by Tiffany. We got The Look of Love, ABC, Flashdance, What a Feeling, Irene Cara, Turning Japanese, The Vapors, Breakout, Swing Out Sister, Wouldn't It Be Good, Nick Kershaw, Let's Hear It for the Boy, Denise Williams, Betty Davis Eyes, Kim Carnes, Every Time You Go Away, Paul Young, Walking on Sunshine, Katrina, China in Your Hand, T-Pau, and Angel of the Morning, Juice Newton. So just generic 80s tracks. It's good fun though, you know, like sometimes even the kids, I let them like pick a vinyl. We'll all pick a vinyl and we sort of go through them as the afternoon goes on while I'm having a few beers. And I will say pick a vinyl, and the kids will see that, especially the girls. They see that, and that just appeals to them. And they're like, that one, the 80s one. The pink one, they call it. It's not even pink, but to them, it's the pink one. So anyway, and then I'll put that on for them. But songs like Tiffany, I think We're Alone Now, and that the girls will get dancing to that and love it. So, yeah, you know, for like $20 from Aldi, why not? You know, I actually seen one the other day, and it was a soul record. The only reason I didn't buy it was I just couldn't see myself putting it on. I was like, there's not one time in the world I'm gonna put on some R-E-S-P-E-C-T. You know, like it's not my type of music. It may be some people's, and that's awesome. But yeah, so Forever 80s. That's the last one in the pile, and that's the whole pile. And now I got this big messy pile of vinyls just sitting here. But there we go. But that's them. As I build the collection more, I'll do more videos. I'll do more unboxings. I want to get some Metallica vinyls, just so I have some. And yeah, like I said, if you just want to see a video on those signed CDs that I have, we can talk about those. I've also got some compilation CDs. I want to talk about some old compilations from the 2000s and 90s, especially metal compilations. Things like, here's one right now I'll drop that I'm definitely going to do a video on, is the Route 666 Volume 2 compilation. There's also a Volume 1. I've got to try and track that down. We'll talk about that once I can listen to it. But I had strong memories associated with Route 666 Volume 2. And so I found it. I found it on eBay and I got the CD for it. And the tracks just brought the 2000s memories flowing back. So if you guys want to see a video on that, let me know. And yeah, I want to maybe talk about some other CDs and stuff that I have in the collection. I've got a CD collection that is way bigger than that. That is the whole vinyl collection. That's all the vinyls I have. But CDs, on the other hand, I'm talking like I have every single Slayer album, like all of them. Every single Metallica album, like all of them. So when I used to collect CDs, like, and I'd get into a band, like I'd literally go full discography on a band. So I've got a lot of CDs, so we can talk about full discographies of CDs. Another interesting one I might want to address in the future is I've got Tool albums. And my wife brought up that it might be really interesting to do a video on all the different Tool albums that have very unique packaging. So I'm talking about very early Enema releases that had the lenticular case that would make the picture move. But then later they do Lateralis, which has this see-through booklet that lets you basically work your way down into the human body and all of its parts, all the way into the spiritual realm. That's a very interesting cover art. And then 10,000 Days, it's got the little, what is it called? It's like a periscope thing for 3D images. If anyone can remember the name for that. But two little lenses come up from the case, and then you fold the case out, and then there's two images. Stereoscopic. That's the word, stereoscopic. So stereoscopic case that lets you view the artwork in stereoscopic vision. That's very interesting. And then also, as you get into like Fear Inoculum, like I haven't got that one yet, but I'm planning on trying to get it. They've got a case that literally has a video clip playing in the front of it, and you need to charge the battery for the case to continue seeing the video when you open it up. But I've also got another version of Fear Inoculum where it's a booklet and it's got all of these lenticular cards in it where you can look at the images in 3D, and it's very interesting. So I'm not going to pull all of that out right now. I'm going to wrap it up soon. Thanks for being with me for this one, guys, and going through my vinyl collection. And yeah, I'll see yous on the next one. Give me a like if yous like. But I'm not going to demand you to subscribe because, like I said, I do this out of fun. It's a passion project. So thanks for being with me today, guys, and see you on the next one. Keep listening to vinyl. Keep listening to physical media because it is fantastic, and we need to keep it around because all these streaming services and stuff, they've got their own compression algorithms and stuff like that. So we are not always hearing the music the way it's meant to be heard. I actually will be ordering a CD off a band in the next couple of days just for that reason. So I want to hear it the way that they intended me to hear it. And not the way that streaming services and downloads and compression will change the audio. So anyway, keep with the physical media and keep listening to vinyls and CDs, and I'll see you next time. Okay, so a real quick wrap up. Something I totally forgot about. I got this thing here. I found that in the water damage box. Yes, see that? But it's got more than just Deep Purple in there. There is Deep Purple. It is Hush. Tiny little ones. What do you call these? 45 RPM. So is that what you would call an 8-inch? Yeah, Hush by Deep Purple on one side, and then Kentucky Woman on the other. Singles from the 70s. 45 RPM. Is this what you call an 8-inch? Inform me. Let me know in the comments. This looks a bit smaller than this though. Oh no, they're the same size. Okay, so here's another one. So we've got the single for Hush with B-side Kentucky Woman. Then we have A-side 45 RPM. So that's what it is, 45 RPM. It's the fastest speed. So this one is the single for Love Bites, Def Leppard. Big fan of Def Leppard. Just went and seen them last year with Motley Crue. That was an amazing show. And then on the other side, it's got Billy's Got a Gun Live. So that's the B-side. So B-side, Billy's Got a Gun. But the single for Love Bites. And then, this is a great one. Even when I pulled it out of the box, I was like, yes, it's Start Me Up. As long as it's Start Me Up. Rolling Stones, Start Me Up. The best Rolling Stones song of all time. Na na na. Na 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 na. Start Me Up. One of the best Rolling Stones songs. And then some song called No Use in Crying. Bit of a blues sort of thing, like the Rolling Stones are. But Start Me Up on 45 RPM. So yeah. And then my final one. Can anyone see that picture there? It's all water damage. And then Pet Shop Boys. So a single from the Pet Shop Boys. It's just a white vinyl. It's got the song Always on My Mind. You're always on my mind. You are always on my mind. So it's got Always on My Mind. And then it's got Do I Have To. But yeah, very Pet Shop Boysy sounding. That British sort of early techno club sound. Pet Shop Boys. So yeah, so those are my little 45 RPMs. And yeah, I have a couple of those as well. So just thought I'd chuck that on the end of the video. And a little interesting extra that I found sitting out there when I went to take the records back out to where they go. So I thought I'd just chuck that on the end of the video. Cheers for sticking with us, guys, and I'll see you next time. Leave comments about what else you'd like to see next. Cheers.